If you want to know how I achieved this look, keep watching. So it's been a long time I made a video like this. That's the one I'm about to make. And what am I talking about? Get ready with me, guys, while I glam up my face with a mild makeup look. Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with cleaning my face with this micellar water. Yeah. I take off everything I already have on my face. Yeah. That's what's up. So guys, be comfortable with everything being taken out of your face to help your makeup artist do a good job and deliver an excellent service to you. Was that voice necessary at all? Okay. So we just wait for a little while for my face to get dried up a bit. I go in with a toner, so I'm going to be using my Mara Badesky. I'm going to just spray my face and allow that settle in. Can I open my eyes? Yeah. So I'm going to be using my fan to make things faster. It's funny how that fan, as big as it is, does not do justice to drying my face for me. So after my face has dried up, always remember that every product you put on your face should settle in before you apply the next one. So I'm going to be using my application brush right now to apply my face cream. As you can see, this is simple, a hydrating light moisturizer for the face. Always remember to take it down like this. Even after applying this, I will make sure it dries in, settles in before I go in with the next product. Always pay keen attention to your under eyes. Very important. After allowing that to settle, I'm going to go in with my primer. So I'm going to apply this here. Oh, that got wasted. Be more careful now. Here. So I'm using this brush to even out the primer on my face. It's kind of like a small brush, so I just feel like it will just help me even out this product. So now that my primer has settled in, I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'll be using these two shades from Beckham Ageless. I have a problem with pronouncing it correctly. Is it Beckham Ageless or Beckham Ageless or Beckham Ageless? I don't know. So if you know the correct pronunciation, please send it as a voice note to me via my DM. Thank you. So actually, this is my actual shade 607. However, I noticed this particular consistency in this shade was a bit lighter than the previous one I got, and I didn't like that quite much. So I decided to blend it with 700. This is 607, this is 700. So a blend of just a little from this to add to this, which is giving my perfect shade. Yeah. So the mixing process is gonna go well with these two tools. Yeah. This. And a little of this. Then I'm gonna mix. So now for those of you who use foundations and you feel like, oh my god, the consistency is kind of like too thick, I don't like it, I would like to make it a bit lighter, you're lucky you're watching this video right now, because I'm going to show you products that can help you kind of like loosen up your foundation. And that product is Makeup Seal. Yes, from A Guy and Esther. Just a drop of this will kind of loosen up this foundation. So you can see this is how it is right now. So I'm gonna put a drop. Oh, double drop. That was a mistake. I'm gonna mix it now. Yes, you can even see it like it's loosening up. That's what it does. So I just want to build up my foundation on my face. So I'm going to put this first and see how that goes. But first, I will get my beauty blender damped. Remember, do not use it dry like this. Do not make it too wet. If it gets wet, all you have to do is just squeeze it either with your hands or with a towel or with a tissue, whatever you have. Make sure it's damp. So after making it wet, you can now see that it has increased in size. This is how it should be, just damp. I'm not saying you should go and soak it in water. It should just be damp so that it will ease your application of your foundation. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put this on. You can actually use a smaller brush to apply the foundation on your face if you don't use the whatever this is called. I think the spatula, yes, on your face. Yes, you can. So I'm just gonna blend this out. You can see that small product is already going a long way. You can see, so I'm just gonna dab the little I still have on the mixing plate. One thing about makeup is using the right products, the right tools, and the right application process and techniques. You're sure to deliver a great job as a makeup artist for personal use or for professional use. So now I'm gonna go in with my blush, bit of this red and pink. And I'm gonna blend both together. I love what I'm saying. This side is a little less, so I'm just gonna add what I have here. Yes. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer from Issa and Dawes. Yeah. Just gonna put that there. Make sure your concealer it's a 1 shade or 2 shade lighter than your actual shade. Yes. Then I'm gonna blend. For someone like me, I don't even mind having concealer all over my nose because I kind of like crease a lot around my nose bridge, sides, and everything. So I feel safe having concealer all over my nose. Like I just use it because it can help to control the creasing over there. Yes. I'm going to be doing a dry contour, so I'm not going to be doing all the over contour thing. So for me, I'm going to set my concealer first before applying my setting powder. You can actually go on with, let's say, a powder 1 shade lighter than your actual skin, or you can go in with your actual powder shade. For me, most times I like to go on with the actual shade of my face. That's my color. It's for my powder. So I'll be using Beckham Ageless Sweat Free. I love their products so much, yeah. And now I'm going to use my powder brush to apply powder all over my face. Be generous with your powder. Be generous with it. Like, be so generous with it. Don't manage it. Use it well. You bought it and you can buy it again. So to contour, I'll be using this dark shades from V Beauty palette. This is a small powder palette shade. So I kind of like using this product for my contouring. One contouring. Remember I told you guys I'll be doing a dry contouring. And that's what I'm doing. Now I'm gonna go on with the dry blush with my CPD blush palette. So I'll be baking my concealer with flawless setting powder in honey. Yeah, I love this. Sometimes I feel like, oh, it's kind of like that for me, but I like it. Yeah. Most times when I want to go for a calm look, I kind of use this particular setting powder. But if I want to go all out, I can use a lighter shade. And then you allow it to bake. Yeah. While that is ongoing, we're going to be doing our brows. Yay. So I'm going to be taming my brows with this product. Easier. Yes, it's a wax and mud gel. This will help us keep our hairs in place. To bake, I'm gonna just go on with a shade, almost like my shade, and just part it. So I'm gonna set it, because obviously the product is kind of like wet, so you have to keep that place dry to make your drawing easy. And now we draw. And now I'm going to be highlighting my brows with this concealer, using a shade from this concealer palette by Beckham Ageless. I kind of have like a lot of their products because I love the brand, yes. So I recommend it, yeah, to you. I don't always like to go too light. In order not to make your hands stain your face while you're trying to conceal your eyebrows after having your foundation and everything on, you can make use of your powder puffs like this. Just put them behind your finger like this. Yes, and then continue with your concealing. After applying your concealer, you blend out. If you have a more dense brush than the one I'm using currently, feel free to use it. Feel free. I have another brush I use. Maybe in my next video I'll use that, or any other video later. Then now I apply my eyeshadow primer. This will help make the eyeshadow last longer. Sometimes I go ahead and use my hand to kind of like blend it or take off excess product. I use a brush too if I want, but this time it's my face, so I can use my hands. Yes, we're good. Now it's time for our eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using this eyeshadow palette. Yeah, it's kind of old, from Fable. I'm gonna be using the brown shade for my crease color. So if I'm not using my eyebrow gel from Tehila, I'll be using my kajal for my under eyes. I love it. I'm using my mascara from Blossom. So I'm gonna have my liner drawn for my eyes using Tehila. Sometimes when you want to draw your wing and all that, you can have like excesses. You can just use the concealer brush you used for your brows and just take it off. Make sure it's not so much. This was so smooth, but this wasn't. Now we'll move on to our lips. Another product from Britam Ageless, their lip palettes. So I'll be using color from here. So I mistakenly dipped my finger into the red lip shade. So make do of what you see. I like it. So I'm gonna go in with this gloss from Blossom Makeup. Yes, and then I'm gonna use spread it. I think I love this. So now I'm gonna wipe off the setting powder from my under eyes, like every area I had applied it. Using my powder shade, just dabbing it a little on my powder and then taking it off. Remember to go back in with your nose contouring, because in the process of applying a lot of products, it can go off. So you go back. Everything is coming all along. So now I'm going to be highlighting my face with my highlighter from Tehila. This is a brand I admire so much. You can see I actually used their eyebrow gel for my liner. It's very pigmented, guys, so be careful when using it. So I'm going to be using this shade. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. This is also very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. A little goes a long way. If you have it, I'm using the copper, the shade copper. Now I'm gonna seal my blush and highlighter and everything on the cheek side with my cheek glaze from Missmatic. I like to use my beauty sponge for that. Just take it and put it around. Just to give it that glow. I love it. Now I'm gonna set my face, the whole thing I've done. This is my matte finish spray from Missmatics. Be generous. And now we're gonna let that dry by blowing our face. And now I'm gonna seal it up with my locking spray from FBH Cosmetics. So guys, this is the finished looks. There'll be no lashes because I really do not want to go through that stress right now. So this is what we have. So tell me, do you love the final look? And have you used some of the products that I've used? If yes, tell me how was your experience using these products, and also recommend other products that you know that are amazing to use. Bye guys.